All right, this is grade 4, module 1, lesson 1. Let's get the year started off right. And basically what we're going to do is we are going to start understanding how place value works. Like how, if you have a 2 in one column versus a 2 in another column, how do they relate? So let's get started. And so the idea would be, let's say I have a place value chart. Right here, here are my ones, here are my tens, and here are my hundreds, all right? So now I'm gonna use a big old fat pen there, and so that means I have 1 1. That means I have 2 ones, 3, 4, 5 ones, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. Now the key thing that we're gonna learn is we need to learn that whenever you have 10, in a column, you can exchange those 10 for 1 in the next column to the left. So these 10 ones can be cashed in for 1 10. All right. And so let's continue this practice, this idea. All right. So let's say I'm going to copy that and I'm going to move down here. And I'm going to say, let's do some erasing here. Wow, bam. All right. And now it's the same kind of process. So this time, I don't know, let's do this size here. If I have this dot, what does that dot mean? That means I have 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, which is like 30, right? 4 10s, 5 10s, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 10s. When I have 10 of one number, one kind, I can exchange those 10 10s for 100. All right. So up here, 10 times 1 is 10. And then down here, 10 times 10, so 10 copies of 10 is equal to 100. All right. And so that's kind of the neat thing. And we could just kind of keep going on this, right? Now I'm looking at my notes. And so here, what if, all right, so what if we have, let's change this. Boom, there. So let's say we had 4 ones. So if we had 4 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And we were going to have 10 copies of those 4 ones. 10 copies of 4 ones. What are we going to end up with if we have 10 copies of 4 ones? Well, let's find out. So we're going to use our pen and we're going to have 10 copies. So there's, this counts as 1 copy. And then, so let's copy it. Oh, there we go. Copy and paste. Now we have 2 copies. Let's paste again. Now we have 3 copies. Let's paste again. Now we have 4 copies. Let's paste again. Let's have 5 copies. And I can speed this along because now I'm going to take all of these and copy again. And now we have 10 copies of 4 ones. So 10 copies of 4 ones because it's right here. Here's our 4 ones. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 copies of those 4 ones. Now, we learned earlier that anytime you have 10 copies, you can always exchange it in, right? So let's do that. So here is 10 copies of ones, 10 ones. So we can exchange those 10 for a dot right here. So they're gone because I exchanged them in. And then I see another group of 10 right here, big column of 10 right here. And I can exchange those for a 10. So they're gone because I exchanged them in. Let's do blue. And I can say, oh, here's 10. Did I have to have 10 in a column? Nah, just any 10 would do. But I'm going to exchange those 10 for a dot right here, a 10. These 10 ones gets exchanged for a 10 in the a unit in the tens column. And then the last one, oh, I don't know, let's do dark green. Here's dark green, and here's 10 ones, and those can be exchanged. So they're gone for a 10. So 10 copies of 4 ones ends up looking like this, but then we can exchange it for 4 tens. So 10 copies of 4 ones is the same as 4 tens, all right? And that is the beautiful thing. So if we were going to do one last one real quick, because we have, it looks like I have like a minute. Oh, I'm going to go fast. So if I have ones, tens, hundreds, and oh, let's do 10 copies of 3 tens. 10 copies of 3 tens. All right, so what does that mean? Well, that means we're going to have, here's 3 tens, and we need 10 copies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I now have 10 copies of 3 tens, but we can see that, and I'm going to use, oh, let's do red, that these 10 right here gets exchanged for 100. These 10 tens gets exchanged for 100, and these 10 tens gets exchanged for 100. So 10 copies of 3 tens is equal to 3 hundreds. And I'll just write that right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it, man. It was kind of fast, quick, and you know, feel free to pause and rewind the video. Watch this video as many times as you want. You're going to do your practice on the next slide. Have fun. If you need help, don't forget you always have our office hour coming up today. So we'll see you at the office hour. Bye-bye.